Welcome back. We're back in Boulder Co in Hamilton, and it's quite early in the morning still, so I'm literally the only person here. I got the whole gym for myself, so I think that's gonna be a fun session, and I'm definitely gonna have a more proper start than the last session to warm up and not be as fucked up as quickly. But we have enough time, it's gonna be fun.
This time I included the hangboard in my warm-up again with block-offs and just simple hangs because they really nicely warm up the forearms and fingers.
Yeah, that's something I usually do for my warm-up just because it activates the fingers well, which I didn't do last time, which maybe was one of the reasons why I got pumped out so quickly. Because I just jumped way too many steps in my typical warm-up. But I was already looking around, there's so many fun boulders, so I'm excited to go. But first, we're gonna go for some chill ones, getting in there, some 2-3s, and then work our way up.
This time I actually nicely went up the numbers. I started off slowly with this 2, just getting to the movement, really concentrating on the placement of the feet and the hand, and basically did the same thing for then another 3. For my warm-up boulders, I really try to concentrate on the movement, doing the move slowly and really getting into it again. I feel like it really helps me, especially for harder boulders than if I'm already have my body more naturally doing the technique, so I don't need to focus in the hard boulders really on the simple movements.
That through 3 was harder than it should look like. Let's see how it is. Probably gonna be up there. And then, oh, this, I think it's gonna be hard.
After last session, as you can see, I'm really focusing on planning out the movement before I actually get on the boulder and really properly think about it. This time it was nice to actually execute it the way that I thought in the first try.
That's definitely a hard 3, but it's a fun move. And my fingers are already ripping open again from last time. I'll get some tape.
This 4 overall was pretty chill, even though I have no idea what the hell I was doing with my right foot down there. Definitely could have smeared better on the wall. I think in my mind, just because the holes were sideways, I thought I need to be sideways as well. But it's definitely the right go for the rest of the boulder, and I pretty much cruised through the ending part. And then I got to this 5. I pretty much got the first move sequence down fairly quick from the first try on. Was way easier than I thought. But the ending part was the polar opposite, because that was so much harder than I expected. At that point in the boulder, I was really struggling with how to get over there. I couldn't really use the hole that was there as a side pull, so I was just trying to figure out a way on how to get as far over there as I can, and then try to reach for it, and it was just about in my reach to actually get the lower corner. But then I realized that from there on, the rest of the moves is way harder than I expected, because I really didn't know where to place my feet. I pretty much consistently got up to that point and then just tried to figure out a way on how to continue. But the tiny crimp up there wasn't really working for me as a side pull. So in the next try, I realized I should swap my feet and get my right foot up and use the proper hold as a side pull to get up to the last pinch, but couldn't hold on. Quite consistently got to that point, but I think my fingers were still a little bit too strained from the session before, so I just couldn't hold on.
Oh yeah, I'll give it one more go right now, and then I'm gonna move on to something else before I'm gonna fall into the same thing that I'm just gonna fuck myself over with one boulder and it's gonna destroy the rest of the session. And I'm already kind of glaring at a 7 on the slab wall that looks interesting, that I think could be possible. So let's just get this 5 done.
So on the final try, I finally, in fact, did not get it done.
Yeah, that one's not happening right now. Maybe I'll go back to it later, but for now I'm gonna go for some different climbs again.
Yeah, then I moved on to this question mark one, because it kind of looked in my range, not too hard but also not too easy, and it actually wasn't too bad as well. I would probably say it's something like a B3, maybe B4. It's on a slab wall, so it's not too hard staying into these holes, but it's just a little bit awkward at some positions. But overall, definitely not a bad climb.
And now we're coming to probably my next nemesis, this black 7. It starts around the corner here with the red, and then it's literally just the volumes and up there. It's like a typical hard slab boulder. I'm gonna be curious how good the volumes are gonna be to hold onto, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be fun at least trying it.
Ah yeah, so much fun trying the same first move over and over and over again. Yeah, it's been a really hard 7, and for the hell of it I just couldn't figure out how to do the first move. I tried so many different ways and literally just kept falling and falling and falling and falling. It just didn't end. I tried so many different ways, and literally the furthest I got was holding on to the volume like twice and not immediately slipping off. Yeah, toe hook only is a great idea until you realize there's nowhere to move. And then you go back to the same old, trying the same move over and over. That was the furthest I got.
I'm not sure if I got that one in me, to be honest. Kind of looked a little bit easier than it actually is. I'm going back to my other old nemesis, this purple 6. Oh, but at least I know how to do the first moves here.
Going back to that 6 was a great idea, because it's really a confidence boost if you already at least know part of it. But I was still trying to figure out that next move sequence after the start. But even that I got down pretty quickly. Then the next problem became the move sequence afterwards. It's really tiny holes, and I got that one down, but definitely didn't really know how to get my feet over properly and just lost my balance going up. But then actually on the next try, I got that move sequence down as well. In the last try, I tried to reach out for the next hold too early instead of switching my feet to the proper foothold, which this time made it way easier to even skip one hold. And this was also the try that actually managed to do this climb, but the rest was way harder than I expected. It's really heavy crimps and the last hold is basically non-existent, which you sadly can see because of the camera angle, but I was just trying to hold on for dear life and get my second hand over.
Let's go. At the top, it's like a half millimeter and centimeter crimp. Yeah, there's a really fun looking 6 here in the overhang. To be honest, I don't expect that I'm gonna make it, but it looks fun. I at least want to try it. Starts off here to the left, then you go up and there. The holds don't look too bad. We've got an undercling here. I'll see how that part goes. I think that's gonna be rough to get there and hold on to it. Especially because my fingers are already pretty fucked. So we'll see. I'm not that optimistic that I'm gonna make it. Okay, let's see. Today I definitely feel better than last session. Even though I don't feel like I'm climbing that much stronger. But I just can't keep going on for longer. And I just don't feel as bad about it. So at least did some of the harder ones that I tried today, which I'm really happy about. So let's see how that 6 goes.
This 6 is a lot of fun. It's pretty spot on, I would say, for its grade. The start isn't too bad if you control the swing out, and the undercling feels great even though the hold isn't too big, but the next 2 crimps just feel bad in the overhang, and then I just didn't have enough power to hold on and properly do the jump.
Holy shit. Okay, to be honest guys, I'm happy I even got to that point, but I absolutely just felt that I'm not gonna get further, at least not today. I think that's another one that on a fresh day I'm still gonna have the power to hold on to these crimps, but right now that's just fucking me over. Even though the holds I'm gonna get to don't look as bad, but I'm just, yeah, my hands are just done. But I'm still gonna do some nicer lower climbs, so we'll see. There's still gonna be some fun ones to do. Yeah. Just found a new one that I want to try. It's this white question mark, and it looks quite fun as well, and not too bad. Just from looking at it, I would probably say it's gonna be like a 4, so we'll see. That was way easier. Let's get away from the thinking that it was a 4. It's probably more like a 2, maybe even a 3, maybe. But yeah, that was way easier than I expected.
As the last boulder of the day, I moved on to this green question mark, which was a lot of fun as well. Has a quite cheeky toe hook for the start, so needed to adjust my hand movement, like hand placement. Then definitely went for the wrong boulder, couldn't hold myself that way, so I was kind of figuring out, okay, what's the hand placement for the start? This boulder definitely way harder for the starting move than the top part, but a lot of fun as well. When I got to this point, it was mostly from there about controlling the swing, but getting there wasn't a big problem anymore. After hitting the swing, it was all about just getting to the next hold, which I missed sadly, but then I knew it was all about just hitting that one, and I got the first move sequence down, so when I hit that hold, it was basically done, and the rest of the climb was pretty easy. Overall, I would say it's probably a V4 still, because the starting sequence is quite hard.
Oh yeah, what a fun bouldering session that was. I would definitely say it was a better one than the last one in Auckland. I did quite a few ones. Definitely was better at finding out the beta. With most of them, not all of them, some I really struggled with. That one purple 5 took me way too long to figure out how I want to do it, that I didn't have the power to actually do it anymore. But overall, I would say definitely better session, and it's getting there. I just have so much fun climbing, to be honest. Even if I'm never gonna hit that goal, I'm just gonna have fun going climbing and having the feeling of accomplishment with every climb that I actually managed to do. So I hope you enjoyed. That's gonna be it for this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye bye.